welcome to my movie reviews that I'm going to be doing for the next month or so. Yeah. A lot of people do them behind their Blu-rays, so here's my Blu-ray collection that I have here. And my dog says hello. Anyways, so I'm going to be doing a review of Almost Human today. As far as Almost Human goes, it's a really good movie. I'm gonna go over what I liked and what I didn't like about this movie in this review, and whether you should watch it or not. In this case, Almost Human is about. It starts off as this guy like going over to his friend's house, and he's all panicked and shit. And then his friend's like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?" And he's like, "Oh my god, there's aliens, man! They're chasing me." He's like, "Also, I saw this blue light, and now I'm here and shit like that." So then his friend decides to go and investigate. He gets out like his shotgun and shit, and he decides to go out and investigate. And then all of a sudden you hear like this. It's not a screech. It's like a white noise type of thing, like a type of noise. And they're all kind of in panic, like not in panic, but they're tripping out. Like they're covering their ears and shit. And they start bleeding from their noses and whatnot. And his friend that was gonna go investigate, he just starts walking outside like it's no big deal. And then all of a sudden, you just see him kind of like. You see this blue light, and he's partially in the air, and then it cuts. So that gives you a general idea of what the movie's about, alien abduction. This movie shows no aliens or anything like that, so don't get your hopes up as I did. So, anyways, that's what the movie is about. It's just basically his friend disappears, and then 2 years later comes back, but he's not the same guy that he used to be. Um, Basically, what happens is that he starts killing people, going all berserk on them and shit. So there's that. Now, this movie is really. It's not short. I just found it short. It's an hour and 16 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't feel it rushed or anything, but to me it was a little short, and I was expecting a little more. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good movie. It had like this fuck that guy, John Carpenter type of feel to it, like A Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Myers, shit like that type of feel, like when the title of the movie comes out, or kind of like the music they used was a little eerie and shit like that. So that's what I liked about it. It was pretty. It kept you guessing on what was gonna happen next. Anyways, so that's the type of feel that I got from watching this movie. Now, as far as the killings go, they're really cool. I mean, they're not original or anything like that. It's nothing you haven't seen before. I'm not gonna spoil any of the killings for you, but they're pretty cool, and they don't look fake or anything like that, as in some movies. I'm not gonna mention any, but yeah. Have you seen a movie where they kill someone and it looks fake as fuck? There you go. These killings don't look anything like that. They look pretty legit. Now, anyways, moving on to the movie itself. As the story progresses and whatnot, it's just kind of like you're expecting to see some aliens at some point, but that doesn't happen. But you do see some weird shit. I'm gonna get into some spoilers right now, so if you don't want to be spoiled by this movie, I suggest you skip ahead, like right now. But if you don't care, then go for it. Um, this what he does is he goes around like killing people and collecting them, and then he'll open his mouth and this weird type of like thing comes out, and it just like it latches onto their mouth, and he inserts some type of embryo type thing. Like, you ever seen Aliens? Like, with the face hugger, how it like latches on your mouth and it inserts an embryo inside you. It's something like that, but it's not an embryo, or if it is, they don't show this embryo. It's just kind of like later on, it just kind of like cocoons itself, and you're reborn as a superhuman type of thing. It, you're still you, but you're stronger or something. I don't know. That's kind of like the idea they want to give you, I guess you could say. It's kind of weird. Anyways, um, you cocoon yourself and then you're reborn. So then there's this one really weird part where um, I forgot to mention her because she was kind of she was I didn't really pay attention to her. I wasn't really interested in her, but the dude that disappeared had a girlfriend. And so there's this part where he kidnaps her and shit, and then her friend goes and saves her and whatnot. And they're in the house and she's hiding, and then he finds her and he strips her of her underwear and shit. And then remember how I said that he unleashes like this thing that attaches to your mouth? He unleashes this thing and attaches to her vagina, just like, and she's all panicking and shit. And then you see like this thing going down the tube. It's kind of funny. And then the friend comes by and saves the day, you know. And then she starts like morphing into what he was, like all angry and shit. But I thought that was kind of funny, that part with the vagina. And then that was that. So what I liked about this movie was the killings, the story itself, the progression. It didn't feel too rushed or too slow. It felt just right, you know. And on top of that, what I didn't like was that it felt too short. I felt they could have added another 15 minutes or so, maybe another 30. Shown some aliens in there. That would have been cool. But no, you don't even get a glimpse of any aliens or anything. So yeah, so the reason I'm giving this movie a 7 out of 10 is because they didn't show an alien. But if you show an alien, then your movie gets an automatic 10. Just like, fuck it. Your movie could be shit, but if you show an alien, it's a cool ass looking motherfucker, 10 out of 10. But this movie didn't even show that. So as far as this movie goes, this movie is really cool. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd suggest you watch it. You'll get that John Carpenter type of feel to it. Like, I'm pretty sure if he had made this movie back in like the 80s and 70s and shit like that, it would have been like a really cool hit. Although this movie should already be a really cool hit. So if you've already seen it and just want to see what I think about it, go and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And if you want to see any other movie reviews or suggest any movies for me to see, go ahead and let me know. I'll be more than glad to take a look into them. So anyways, I'm Ramzilla, and this is me signing off.
What happened to you?
Let me show you.